Welcome back, ladies and gents. All in Crypto here, and today we've got another exciting XRP video lined up for you. We're going to be talking quite a bit about what's currently taking place at Davos. And just yesterday, we looked at what the Bank of America had to say about cryptocurrencies and embracing them, specifically for payments, which of course Ripple and XRP are perfectly positioned to actually usher in that innovation and be the selected DLT to fulfill that task. Bank of America, second largest bank in America, were essentially hinting at once we get that regulatory framework, we will embrace this technology. And what technology are they going to embrace, you may ask? Well, one that was founded by all the same people that founded the likes of Facebook, LinkedIn, Uber, some of these other big tech companies. You'll actually find those same players, and I'm talking about Peter Thiel and others, were involved in the foundation of Altcoin, which then, of course, became Ripple. And that was all partly funded by the Founders Fund, which, of course, Peter Thiel is a part of and just happens to have had his fingers in pretty much most impactful. He's an amazing investor. Technologies that have came out, or technology companies that have came out and are really some of the largest companies today. Ripple is on a similar trajectory, and XRP is going to play a staple role in this new financial system that we're moving towards. But enough of the conspiratorial stuff. We've got a great video coming out with Vandal. I think we'll probably drop it early next week, where we look at this industry more broadly, and we really try and highlight perhaps some of the dangers with it, perhaps some of the things that people aren't paying attention to, and the things that they want you to pay attention to, whilst the kind of real diamond in the rough perhaps has been hindered. And that might be XRP, but that's for that video entirely. So we did look at that yesterday. We spoke about what the Bank of America had to say. We'll do a bit of recapping on that. We're now going to look at what BNY Mellon, which is the second largest bank within, or one of the largest, or America's oldest bank, I should say, and custody bank, not second, what they actually are now saying in regards to cryptocurrencies. Digital assets represent a new, interesting, innovative technology, which we think could be important to the financial system over the next 10 to 20 years. I wonder what they're going to choose. Remember, we'll look at some posts of BNY with Ripple. Also, we'll look at what Ripple's kind of representation is at Davos. They've got a heavy presence over there. And we'll go back to an article from 2023 that reported on Ripple essentially saying US banks will want to use XRP currency after partial victory in SEC fight. Of course, we've moved on from that, and we now are seeing the back end of Gary Gensler. And of course, it's all happy days and we're all over the moon. And then we'll talk about a little bit of price action. First of all, a little bit of a rumor going around at the moment. Hold on a second. Somebody get the US Treasury on the phone to verify this. The US Treasury has just created an XRP wallet. Look at what they are messing around with. Now, this has not been verified, ladies and gentlemen. Be careful out there. As far as I'm aware, there's been nothing official on this. However, is it too far out of the realms of possibilities to expect this to come in the future? Certainly if Ripple or XRP is to play a role in the financial system. Could this be coming? Is this already here? I really don't know. Obviously, the domain checks out what exactly is going on here and if this is true or not. But just something interesting that I saw floating around, of course, on Twitter. Also, Donald Trump, a little side note here, has just announced a $500 billion investment into AI. And he mentions a number of companies. Now, is it out of the realms of possibilities to suggest that he may be about to announce a multi-billion dollar, potentially multi-hundred billion dollar deal when it comes to the cryptocurrency space to maintain America's dominance globally? I don't think that's too far-fetched. Remember, we got Ripple IPOing likely this year, I would say. And there's going to be some interesting things in and around that. We're just waiting to hear some sort of clarification, but nothing official. So nothing official on any of this just yet. It was just interesting. Yesterday we looked at, and we actually played the clip of Bank of America's CEO saying financial industries will jump into crypto payments if regulators allow it. Now, what payment crypto may they use? Well, the one that's already been working and Bank of America have patents for, that is likely going to be XRP. This kind of on-demand liquidity, instant liquidity, kind of remittance solving, stablecoin issuing juggernaut. So I think this is all very, very interesting. And actually, just today, we've got news from BNY Mellon CEO talking about a very similar thing that the Bank of America were talking about. So let's go ahead and play that clip.
Sounded optimistic about crypto when we talked. Are you more optimistic now based on who the Trump administration is? We may have a crypto czar now. We seem like crypto regulations will be looser. And does BNY want to play a role in the community?
Well, we've said this for the past couple of years, and we've been consistent, and we haven't changed our point of view on this, which is digital assets represent a new, interesting, innovative technology, which we think could be important to the financial system over the course of the next 10, 20 years. Exactly the twists and turns along the way, we'll have to see. But we've been investing. We've got the ability to custody crypto assets, digital assets, but also we're looking into the interesting smart contracts, ledger capabilities that the underlying technologies represent. And so we think there's an interesting future here, but AI as well. Remember, it's not just about digital assets. It's about how does technology get applied to make the financial system better, more agile, more capable, and able to grow. And AI is going to be an important part of that story too.
Lastly, moving towards this economic, global singularity system. And AI is going to be a part of that. You know, Whitney Weber spoke about this digital prison that's coming. Who knows? Maybe it's coming, maybe it's not. We don't really want to dampen anybody's mood just yet. But importantly, BNY, America's oldest bank, along with America's second largest bank, over the past couple of days at Davos talking about embracing this technology, one specifically for payments, and the other one looking to explore and actually announcing that they've been investing in it. Now, isn't that interesting, given what the SEC has been doing with the might of the US behind them, yet the banks have all been investing in this technology? Bitcoin, I think, is a bit of a distraction from all of this. The real innovation that the likes of XRP and some of these other DLTs are bringing. And of course, this is from Davos. A Ripple sign has been spotted at the World Economic Forum starting today in Davos, Switzerland. BNY Mellon, TGP, or PG, and Ripple. Very interesting. We know Ripple and Hedera, my largest position in the crypto space, guys. We also have a large position in XRP. You guys want to find out what I'm buying, do consider becoming a Patreon. We've got a very happy group of people, certainly on those two assets, but there's more out there. Obviously, you can see the representation of Hedera, but also, you know, we've got HBAR, we've got Ripple here, at the kind of blockchain central Davos, and these are all the people that are being that are there on panels, kind of representing Ripple as a company, and of course XRP. You've got Pat Thielen, so I'm sure you all know who he is, but there's a lot more kind of Ripple representation over there, which is all very interesting, isn't it? And you had Christine Lagarde coming out today saying, you know, we're embracing new sort of monetary policies and transformational changes. And of course, this is from 2023. Ripple says US banks will want to use XRP currency after partial victory in SEC fight. And remember, if you're an XRP holder, all of this, that flip being switched, is still to come. And that's the prospect here. And we're seeing price action initially start to signal something far greater that's happening, that we're on the cusp of. Of course, at the same time, we've got the likes of Bank of America yesterday coming out and saying they're going to embrace crypto for payments once we're allowed to do so. You got BNY Mellon saying we've been investing in this technology today for a long time, and that we're looking for all the innovations and to use and utilize it, and it's going to be impactful in regards to the financial system over the next 10 to 20 years. We're on the cusp of something monumental, guys. XRP's price has broken out of this big macro wedge. Yesterday, we spoke about what Oliver Mickel had to say over at the German stock exchange, the Frankfurt Stock Exchange. You know, we're just sort of consolidating like we said you would do around all-time highs before pushing through it. So you've got this big macro wedge pattern that takes you to $19.27. On the smaller time frames, we identified this bull pennant. The first target that we gave you was it was about $3.36. You can see we've got that highlighted here. We drew this all pre. You can see where you pull back. This is just going to be another small consolidation before continuation, in my opinion, to $4.30, then potentially to this big sort of pennant pattern of $11.26. And then I think eventually, and will we see it this year, won't we? That's the jury's still out. I'd like to think so, but you know, how realistic is it? We'll see. Then we've got this big sort of pennant target that's taking this big wedge target that's taking you all the way to $19.27. And just to remind people, that's only a 500% increase. We could see that this year. I can't wait to get there so that I can say I told you so. Not to you XRP believers out there, because you guys have known this and probably been looking at far larger price targets than, and I think it can go above and beyond this, But to the people out there that have doubted and constantly thrown hate on XRP, we've said actually this could be XRP's bull run. Certainly with everything that we're getting coming out of the big banks, it all kinds of points towards XRP, and there's clear links and crossovers there. And there's lots more that we're sort of leaving out. But for the sake of time, I'm going to love and leave you on that note, guys. Just a short and sweet XRP update. If you're new around here, do become a subscriber. We'll keep you up to date on a daily basis. That's it from me, guys. I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.